car all clean. In my desert clocks I go chain. No look on the brand of my shots. Oh my God. Just smell the Isiah. I'm my shirt a khaki. Louis V. I call me Isiah. Link up, oh team, link up. Cologne a kick cause we never stink up. Pablo car just pass and it well tint up now. Jay.Rxk. Them know how we bring the party. Them know how we bring the vibes. Is level up now, we are level up. Trust issues. Oh, you mean it, Nagala. Say me in the relationship, they pan of us. Something new. Me not see no unity. Gun there more than opportunity. Get the eyes, Jay.Rxk, Sub-Zero. You know what thing go Pablo TV.
Jay.Rxk. You know, this is long overdue, being on Pablo TV and everything.
Yeah.
Finally glad to have you here. But starting off with some background, what does Rxk mean?
Well, Rxk, it means renowned kings, and that is basically an entity. We're trying to cover some entertainment things, so we keep parties, we keep like interviews, anything music related, that's just Rxk. So we say Rxk Entertainment. We're going for Rxk Records and we have Rxk over. Sorry, I'm not in my gears today.
So when you say we, is you and who?
We have about 7 members.
Okay.
But my manager, who is Jay.Rxk, he created it. And you know, as an artist, I'm there as a face of it. You have Romy.Rxk, Darren Rxk, Lynn.Rxk, Mike.Rxk, a lot of Rxks.
Okay. So like, alright, so which part of Jamaica are you from?
Kingston.
I was born in Kingston. Education wise, which school?
Great Calabar, man. Calabarian.
Okay. And you're a third year BCAT student.
Yeah, third year BCAT student.
How you balance that? The music and the performances and school?
Well, for me, it's quite different because I believe that my music helps with journalism. So, whereas I go to search for information for journalism, I just use it to apply to my music daily. So the balance is there. Whether it's performances, and normally like perform on Thursdays where it's club time. So it's just simple to balance.
So growing up, like, what inspired you to venture into music?
Well, that question is quite simple, and the answer is getting quite redundant for most persons. But I started music from about age 12. I started in the church, singing on choirs and stuff. And then as time progressed, I decided to venture off into doing my own music, but I still do gospel music because it's my favorite.
Okay. Are there any artists that you're inspired by, whether now or back then?
Well, growing up, I usually saw a lot of Da Vinci because I always sing and I just like that. But now in recent times, I think like my peers around me are what inspire me. So you have Sub-Zero, I forgive him strength. You have Perilous, you have Siobhan Smith, and you have Lillian herself. So those persons are basically my inspiration, especially Sub-Zero because he was the one who encouraged me to say, Jay, do the music. So, yeah.
Okay. So if you were to describe Jay.Rxk, the artist, how would you describe him?
Well, I'd have to say Jay.Rxk and Jamal is 2 different persons. I try to differentiate it, but my music wise, I just try to be humble, keep the God-fearing character and just let myself be seen through my music. And I think that's what person should be doing in these days.
You spoke about being a communication student. What was the decision behind selecting that course of study?
The music, so I chat enough. My uncle, I'm called father, I always just say, I always talk and tell story, I don't go so. That's why I'm saying I never good for literature because if we're doing the book, I write. So that was the main thing. And I love journalism, so I guess that's why.
So is it your aspiration to be a journalist?
I want to be a sports commentator, sports analyst. Answer.
Cool. Alright, so if you were to highlight the biggest challenge young artists like yourself face in the industry, what would it be?
We face a lot of stigma as young artists. Because you're a young artist, that doesn't mean that you don't write good songs. We have a lot of young artists in these days writing better songs than the established artists. But because we're young, we're not getting the attention and the credibility, you know? Some big artists will prey on younger artists, like you drop a song, and the big artists will take the song and like change it around. So that's what I don't like about it. There's a lot of big stigma and a stereotype against the young artists.
So you find that you have to be drawing like inspiration from other forces to like help you continue. Because I know it must be difficult as a young artist.
Well, it is difficult, but as I said, you have to keep God in your corner at all time. Be optimistic and just work hard, you know?
So when you look at the type of music, running dancehall, it seems to be a lot of trap inspired music. Do you think this does more harm for the industry or good?
Well, different people, different opinion. I may say it does harm, and the next man may say it's good for the music because you're spreading wings. But me personally, I'm not a fan of the trap thing. But it can go on. From the music, good, it's good.
And listening to your type of music though, it's not necessarily hardcore dancehall, but it's like a sing J. And I find that a lot of people gravitate more towards that kind of music. Do you think that as well?
For me, let me tell you, being honest, when I started dancehall, I didn't really intend on being a hardcore dancehall artist because I don't think that doesn't fit my persona or that doesn't fit me. So the hardcore, la 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 la, and I'm really my style. The singing was my thing from first, so I guess that's why it's more of a sing and a smoother type. But it can't be redundant, so your style have to switch up. So I have the little dancehall and the little singing to it now. So as times go by, we'll get more lyrical and hardcore.
And you spoke about growing up in the church. Your first single, Isiah 60 verse 22.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind that?
Alright, so Isiah, tell you. Couple production, Oscar big up yourself. Oscar sent the beat to me and say, him feel someone do good on the beat, and then like I was reading my Bible one day and I met up on this Bible verse. The Bible verse was Isiah 6 verse 22, and I was like, Isiah 60 verse 22, and then I just started singing it, and then just put pen to paper. That was the easiest song to write. I'm writing it in a space about 3 hours. It never hard because, as you can see in the song, it wasn't really lyrical, it was just the message. Maybe God gave me that message to me.
You think like God gives you this talent to kind of use music as a tool to inspire people?
Good question. As it relates to that now, I think God gave me a talent to sing, so I have to use this talent. But persons may stereotype me because I was born and raised in the church, and my grandmother have Christian background, so me now venturing off to do my own music, persons may think that I'm not associated with the church and stuff again, but it is not a thing like that because God knows how to use people in different ways. So maybe this is my way of how God is using me. Maybe one day I drop a complete gospel song. That's my dream, to drop a complete gospel album.
Speaking about the church, a lot of young people face that discrimination and that judgmental, attitude from various people in the church. I think that's kind of one of the main reasons why a lot of young persons are straying away from the church.
Well, that is true. The stereotype helps a lot with young youths leaving the church.
So other than Christianity though, what inspires your music?
Well, my mother and my uncle, I have to always give them props because my mother raised me alone from the days when she never really have it.
Yeah.
And now things kind of balance away. And my uncle, him always from ever since, my uncle was always helping me out because I didn't have a father to grow up to. He was the father in my life, so my uncle and my mother, big influence in my life. And my brother Roger and Keenan.
So professionally though, how long have you been on this musical journey?
Well, persons may laugh, but I don't think it's a year yet.
Okay.
Isiah was just released for the
last year. You've made a big impact though. So give us a rundown on all the places you've performed. I realize you went overseas.
Yeah.
You performed in New York.
Yeah, I performed at a party in New York. I've been performing at various places, Roman Rose, Level Up, my party, Jay.Rxk party. Look out for it this year, Sub-Zero Jay.Rxk, well booked for it. And yeah, I've been performing at various places, but most times at UTEC.
Okay, so how have those experiences been for you? What have they taught you?
It wasn't really hard because I was performing in the church, so my confidence is kind of up there, but normally you're singing people's song in church, but now we're singing your song, so it's kind of rough, but you don't know what to expect and stuff, so kind of rough, but people are gravitate to it because now, basically when I perform now, I stop singing Isiah chorus. It's hard for singing, it's hard for sing, I confess, it's hard for sing. So now the crowd will sing for me, so it's good. People gravitate into it.
And as an artist in Jamaica, performance is one of the major aspects that people look towards. I think that you have that luck or you still have a whole heap of things to improve?
No, see me, when I perform, like, I feed off for the crowd. So based on how the crowd is responding to me, that's the energy they get. So And I think that's not healthy. That's not healthy.
Why?
Because you should be able to. You see, anywhere you go to perform, you must do it like it's a loss. Even for one person, they perform like a Sunfest or a Sting. But me, I don't really see it as that, and that is my big issue. And that is the problem that I face in music.
Okay.
I work off the crowd, so I think I have a lot to improve on.
What would you say is the highlight of your career thus far? Even though it's short, as I said, but
Short, I got recognized in recent times by Romish Entertainment. I think that has been something influential to me. And the fact that persons are gravitating to my music, persons are listening. I love when persons that I don't know reach out to me and say, oh, your song bad. You see me, them things kind of give me the drive. And these interviews too as well, they kind of inspire me to continue to do what I do. So persons are acknowledging my effort, and I love it.
alright, so 5 to 10 years from now, where do you see Jay.Rxk?
Well, a household name in dancehall. At the same time, maybe working on ESPN FC alongside Shaka Isla. Because you know the balance have to be there between school and music. So I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket and say I just want to be an artist, because I'm at school now, so I have to have my priorities straight. So Sting, Sunfest, yeah, I want to go Sunfest. I really want to go Sunfest. I want to go on a European tour. I plan for the 2020, but I just have to trust the process. You see me? Enough people are look out for it and things.
Alright, you know, you have to big up Pablo and everything.
Before I jump, I have to jump the gun a little bit. As it relates to new songs, I know a lot of persons have been asking me the question, what about a collaboration between a certain artist? But I just have to say publicly, it's coming soon. Get the eyes. Jay.Rxk Sub-Zero. Persons have been asking for it. It is coming. Just look out for it. Get the eyes. Produced by Shakes. And yeah, Brian Peter, big up yourself every time. Pablo and TV. Level up, you know, no? Level down. How it go? Come roll out clean. Discipline.